everyone, I'm Bhawna Sahni and I'm back with a new video for class 10 and congratulations, we are on day 18 of sample papers. Good going everybody. So proud of you. बस इसके बाद 12 sample paper और करने हैं and I am sure you will be getting 95% above in your English board examination and जिसने बाकी sample papers नहीं करे उन सारे sample papers का link नीचे description box में दिया गया है. And yes, for the PDF of these sample papers you can reach us out on the number which is given below in the description box. So yes, let's get started to this. So guys, sample paper number 18, general instructions are same, time allotted is same, ठीक है, maximum marks is same, ठीक है. So we are starting with the section A. Section A is reading comprehension. दो question है reading comprehension के, each for 10 marks. All right. So सबसे पहला comprehension हम शुरू करते हैं. And comprehension शुरू करने से पहले सबसे पहला हम questions भी देख लेते हैं. तो सबसे पहला question ये बोलता है, the writer asserts in paragraph 3 that crows are socially responsible birds much like human beings. Which of the following statement agrees with this assertion? तो पैराग्राफ 3 में बोला गया है कि जो crows है वो socially responsible birds हैं human being की तरह. तो कौन सी statement से तुम agree करते हो with this assertion? All 50 species of crows behave differently in different social settings. Crows can be friendly with humans. They pay attention to their neighborhood. They interact with larger group of crows from other areas. American crows have a family and a space that they defend. तो ये 5 statements दी हुई हैं. इन 5 statement में से ऑप्शन आ रहा है 1 and 4, 2 and 5, 3 and 4, 4 and 5. तो दो statement ऐसी है जो इस लाइन से मैच करती है. So let's see that. Alright, read करते हैं. Crows are incredibly aware of their surroundings and have a way of observing humans. So सबसे पहला आ गया, they have a very good way of observing humans. ठीक है. So yes, they have a very good way of observing humans, right? Corvids, अब हम लोग भी observe करते हैं humans पे, right? Corvids, a family of birds including crows. Corvids, a family of birds including crows, magpies, and ravens, develop relationship with human beings. All right. Once corvids accept their friendship, it is expressed by bringing gifts for their human friends. This crow lovers say is possibly but not a given. Some people feed crow as a meditative practice. Crow behavior varies from family to family and region to region. There are about 50 species of corvids around the world and they behave differently from each other. They're not the only intelligent birds around but in general, corvids are smart in a way that resonates deeply with humans. So, आ गया that they resonates deeply with human because they are good at some of the things that we are good at. तो जो birds हैं, they resonates with human because they are good at few things जिसमें हम भी good हैं. तो वो देखते हैं क्या है, crow can think about their own thoughts, ठीक है. Crows can recognize individual human faces, associate them with friendliness or danger and pass that knowledge along to their pals. ठीक है, एक तो ये reason हो गया. आगे read करते हैं. Their social system is the most like the Western human civilization of any animal that we know of. American crows have a family and a space that they defend, but they also have a neighborhood that they pay attention to. तो ये आ गया, they have neighborhood that they pay attention to, and crows will interact with larger groups of crows that they don't know as well. Sort of the way how human will engage with their communities beyond their closest relationship. So ये भी लिखा हुआ है कि this is how human behave with their community and this is the way how crow behave with their community. So this is very much similar between human and crows. So let's see the answer. The correct answer is yes, they pay attention to the neighborhood. यहाँ से आ गया neighborhood. They interact with the larger group of crows of the other areas. ये वाला point आ गया. So yes, this is 3 and 4. 3 and 4 option is C part. Clear? What makes the writer compare the social system of the crow is closest to the Western human civilization of any animal known to humans in the given line from paragraph 3. Rationalize your response in about 40 words. तो इसका आंसर यहीं पे है. The social system is the most like the Western human civilization of any animals that we know of. American crows have a family and a space that they defend, but they also have a neighborhood that they pay attention to, and crow will interact with large groups of crows that they don't know as well, sort of the way how human will engage with their communities beyond their closest relationships. ठीक है, समझ आया? So ये आ गया, American crows are protective of their neighborhood space as much as they are of their own private space. They also interact with larger groups of crows that they don't know as well, sort of the way how human will engage with their communities beyond their closest relationship. तो आप इसको अपने words में भी लिख सकते हो, जैसे ये अपने words में लिखा हुआ है, वरना आप इसको as it is copy भी कर सकते हो, दोनों correct है. Clear? Now next is complete the sentence appropriately. The author's observation that crows have been paying attention to individual people more than perhaps any other bird is backed by dash. चलो देखते हैं ये आगे. थर्ड तक हमने रीड कर लिया था. बट दे आर ऑल्सो कॉशियस. क्रोज हैव बीन पेइंग अटेंशन टू इंडिविजुअल. ये सेम लाइन अभी हमने पढ़ी. Crows have been paying attention to the individual people more than perhaps any other bird. PET scan revealed that when crow viewed human faces that they associated with threat or care, the bird had increased the activity in amygdala, thalamus and brainstem area related to the emotional processing and fear learning. तो ये है इसका आंसर. Clear? ये है इसका आंसर. Let's read that. So PET scan revealing increased activity in area related to the emotional processing and fear learning. Clear? The passage includes some words that are either opposite of or similar to each other. ठीक है? From the set A to E below, identify two sets that are neither antonyms nor synonyms. तो आपने दो सेट बताने हैं. ना वो antonyms होने चाहिए मतलब opposite, ना वो synonym होने चाहिए मतलब वो similar भी नहीं होने चाहिए. Clear? Neighborhood and family space, they are similar. ठीक है? Patience and routine. Patience and routine ना वो antonym है, ना वो synonym है, ना opposite है, ना similar है. So ये हो गया. Threat और care opposite हो गया. Communities and closest relationships same हो गया. Emotional processing and fear learning, neither antonym nor similar, right? So these two, B and E. Clear? The writer says in paragraph 2 that cowards are good at detecting friendship as well as danger. Some of the things that we human are also good at. ठीक है? तो yes at but dash. तो अब देखते हैं, ये paragraph 2 में हमने पढ़ा भी है. Here it is. They behave differently from the birds world and they behave differently from each other. They're not only intelligent bird but in general cowards are smart in a way that resonate deeply with human because they are good at some of the things that we are good at. Crow can think about their own thoughts. Crows can recognize individual human faces associated with them, friendliness or danger, and pass that knowledge along to their pals. So this is the answer. Can you see? This is exactly here. So yes, crows associate with humans with friendliness or danger and pass that knowledge along to their pals. So let's read the next question. Based on the reading of the passage, examine about 40 words. How does the author emphasize the most fascinating trait of crow? तो अब आपने क्या बताना है? Most fascinating trait of crow. ठीक है, समझ आया? So yes, we can read it further and then we can decide. So they do have preference in food. If you put out a pile of different foods like a little buffet for the crows and they are all going to kind of home in on something, all one need are patience and routine. Crows need to learn you are not a threat, that the food is safe and it will be there every day. Crows go viral for bringing their human friends gift, but the reality of being a friend to coward reflect a deeper responsibility. Crow lovers have been encouraging humans to feed crows for decades, but there are ways for this practice to go wrong and make them a nuisance. Leaving out too much food can lead crows to mob your neighborhood constantly. Just as the crows talk to each other, human crow friends need to be aware of how their habits affect their human neighbors. ठीक है, अभी हमने एक जगह ये भी पढ़ा था कि जो ये birds होती हैं, ठीक है, they are so intelligent and they are good at some of the things that we are at. ठीक है, हमने ये cover कर लिया. अब ये जो क्वेश्चन आपका हमने पढ़ा है वो क्वेश्चन ये कहता है कि बेस्ड ऑन योर रीडिंग ऑफ द पैसेज आपने आंसर करना है. तो अभी आपने पढ़ा कि हाउ डज द ऑथर एम्फसाइज मोस्ट फैसिनेटिंग ट्रेट ऑफ क्रोज. तो अभी आपने पढ़ा था कि जो क्रोज है वो ह्यूमन फ्रेंडशिप को एक्सेप्ट कर देते हैं एंड दे रीपे देम थ्रू द गिफ्ट. ठीक है, ये हमने पढ़ा. दे कैन प्रोसेस वैरायटी ऑफ इमोशंस. ह्यूमन फेस को याद रखते हैं, अपनी नेबरहुड में इन्वॉल्व हो जाते हैं, उन पे ध्यान रखते हैं, एंड दे हैव सिमिलर ट्रेट टू us, right? तो वही सब लिखना है, that crows can accept human friendship and repay it with gifts. They can process a variety of emotions, and remember, human faces are involved with their communities, and most importantly, their brain activity is similar to ours. ठीक है, now evaluate the option below and pick out the one that is incorrect from the set and does not correspond to crow behavior. They can handle vast quantity of food. No. बेसिकली इफ़ यू गिव वास्ट क्वांटिटी ऑफ फूड, तो इससे क्या होगा कि जितने भी क्रोज है ना वो इकट्ठे हो जाएंगे. ठीक है, सो यस दिस इज इनकरेक्ट. ठीक है, evaluate the option below and pick out the one which is incorrect. So I can say that this is incorrect. They cannot handle large quantities of food. Crows are territorial. Yes, this is correct. They process different emotions just like human. Yes, we have studied that. Crows are independent thinkers. Yes, so इसका answer है A part, that they can handle vast quantity of food. It is an incorrect statement. Mention 2 points to remember while feeding the crows. The food should be safe. ये अभी हमने पढ़ा, and it should be regularly available. Clear? So yes, here it is. I'll underline it. There are many ways for this practice to go wrong and make them nuisance. Leaving out too much food can lead crow to mob neighborhood just as the crow talk to each other, and it can be dangerous for yes. If you put out a pile of different foods like a little buffet for the crow, they are all going to kind of home in on something. All I need is patience and routine. Crow needs to learn you are not a threat, that the food is safe and that it will be there every day. तो एक ये point हो गया, एक ये point हो गया. You have to mention these 2 points. Clear? Yes, now let's see the next question. Next question is basically the next passage, and next passage read करने से we have to read the question पहले. Yes. Answer the following question based on the passage. Complete the following analogy appropriately based on your understanding of paragraph 1 and 2. तो paragraph 1 and 2 अभी read करते हैं. The fact that sports drink are the preferred choice of sports person is comparable with the fact that energy drinks seem to be dash. So yes, let's start reading. Sports and energy drink consumed by athletes and fitness freaks are beverage rich in essential components such as nutrients, vitamins, carbohydrates, etc. Okay, that provide much needed mental and physical stimulation. They not only provide an instant energy boost but also help to replenish the electrolytes which are lost during the workout, keeping the body hydrated, which is of the utmost importance. Indian consumer drink 120 billion liters of beverage, of which 4% are ready to drink energy drink, which are available in the variety of flavors and also in organic avatar. Furthermore, aggressive promotion and marketing by the big brand across all media also have contributed significantly to their market growth. Collaboration with celebrities and sports personality, development of more consumer-oriented products such as sugar-free drinks or customizable drink, product availability across various platforms, and sponsoring various sporting events or teams are believed to even further increase the growth of these brands. And इसके according we can also assume that it is very much famous among celebrities and sports personality, क्योंकि उसके बाद मार्केट काफ़ी ग्रो भी हुई है when they are collaborating with these people, right? So yes, let's read that. So the fact that the sport drinks are preferred choice of sports person is comparable with the fact that energy drink seem to be more popular among celebrities. Fill in the blanks with the appropriate option from those given in bracket based on your understanding of paragraph 2. अभी हमने पढ़ा Indian consumer drink 120 billion liters of beverage, of which 4% or 4.8 liter are ready to drink energy that are available in a variety of flavors and are also in organic avatar. ये फैक्ट है या ओपिनियन है? ये फैक्ट है, ये ओपिनियन नहीं है. ओपिनियन नहीं, ये जजमेंट होता है. ये फैक्ट है क्योंकि ये बताया गया है, ये फैक्ट है, ऐसा होता है, दिस इज रियलिटी. और फैक्ट जो होता है ना वो हमेशा ऑब्जेक्टिव डिटेल होता है, वो सब्जेक्टिव जजमेंट नहीं होता. तो अगर आंसर एक साइड फैक्ट है तो यहाँ पे आप ऑब्जेक्टिव डिटेल लिखोगे. क्लियर? Justify the following in about 40 words. Big brands and MNCs are keenly pushing and aiding the growth of their beverage market by widening their consumer base. So yes, let's read this. Big brands and MNC are keenly pushing and aiding the growth of their beverages markets. All right, ये हमने यहाँ तक पढ़ लिया. MNCs के बारे में अब पढ़ेंगे हम यहाँ से. So the market size of Indian sports and energy drink reached US dollar 2.4 billion in 2022, and going by the current rate, projections estimate the market size to reach US dollar 5 billion by the year 2027, thereby exhibiting a growth rate of CAGR of 13.27 during 2022 to 2027. A lot of athletes gets confused between an energy drink and sports drink. Sugar is the biggest enemy for any athlete if its intake is not balanced correctly. Any beverage which contains more than 10% of sugar is considered to be an energy drink. So aerated beverage sodas, juices like mango, lime, etc. all fall under the energy drink category. When an athlete consumes any energy drink, it creates a sudden insulin spike in the body and for a short duration of period feels energetic. However, the insulin spike is soon followed by an insulin spike drop, leaving behind the athlete dull, lethargic, and fatigued. This is not desirable in an athlete as they need to constantly maintain their energy and focus for higher performance. Okay, the question ये बोल रहा था, big brands and MNC are keenly pushing and aiding the growth of their beverage market by widening their consumer base. ठीक है, अभी कंज्यूमर बेस कैसे उन्होंने करा? By providing sugar free drink, customizable drink, adding flavors. ठीक है, ये सब हमने पढ़ा था अभी. मैं बता रही हूँ कहाँ पे पढ़ा था. I'll just mark it for you. Ready to drink, ये सब आया था. So can you read this? Sports and energy drink consumed by athletes. ये हो गया. ठीक है, they not only provide an instant energy, Indian consumer हो गया. Furthermore, aggressive promotion and big brand across all media. Collaboration with celebrities to development of more consumer-oriented products such as sugar-free drinks, customizable drink, products availability across various platforms, sponsoring various sporting events. So basically, जब Indian beverages में तब सबसे ज़्यादा increase तब आया जब according to the consumer drinks बनने लग गए, जैसे sugar-free drinks आ गई, ठीक है, flavors डाल दिए कुछ drinks में and so on. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे इसका answer भी मिल गया. Clear? So yes, it is true that big brands and MNCs are keenly pushing and aiding the growth of their market by widening their consumer base by developing more consumer-oriented products such as sugar-free drink or customizable drink and ensuring their product availability across various platforms. Clear? Next question says that based on the passage mentioned two marketing tactics involving big events and known faces adopted by the big brands to popularize their energy and sports drink. तो अभी हमने पढ़ा sponsoring various sports event and collaborating with sports athletes and celebrities. ठीक है, समझ आया? So yes, we have here collaboration with celebrities and sports personality. Clear? And apart from that, by basically sponsoring various sports events and team. Clear? Yes. So this is how the consumer are the energy drinks are expanding. Sponsoring various sports events or team, collaborating with celebrities and sports personalities, sponsoring various sports events or teams. Clear? Study the statement. Sports and energy drinks are beverage that seem to have nailed not only the wide-ranging taste buds of the consumer but also the latest fads prevalent in society. State any one inference that can be drawn from this. So अभी हमने पढ़ा कि billions of Indians जो है they consume ready to drink energy drink which is available in different flavors and also in organic अवतार. और ये हमने कहाँ पढ़ा? यहाँ पे पढ़ा. ठीक है कि Indian consumer drink 120 billion liters of beverage, of which 4% are ready to drink energy drink, which are available in variety of flavors and also in organic avatar. So you can write this as it is. ठीक है, बिल्कुल ऐसे ही लिख सकते हो. Select the option that correctly displays what avatar signifies. Avatar में क्या है? This is Ramji and Avatar movie. Clear? Different kinds of people over here. And this is all related to the galaxy and all. So yes, the options are only 1 and 3, only 5, 1, 3 and 4. So and this is also Avatar, this is an energy drink. So yes, we are talking about only this because this is the drink only. Clear? Next is infer any one benefit and one drawback of athletes consuming स्पोर्ट्स एंड एनर्जी ड्रिंक. तो अभी हमने पढ़ा कि जितने भी स्पोर्ट्स हैं उससे इंसुलिन लेवल एकदम स्पाइक हो जाता है विच प्रोवाइड्स एनर्जी एंड फिर उसके बाद वो ड्रॉप भी हो जाता है जिसकी वजह से वो बहुत लिथार्जिक हो जाते हैं, फिटीग हो जाते हैं जो एथलीट्स होते हैं और उनके लिए फिर लिथार्जिक और फिटीग होना इज़ वेरी डल. ठीक है, वो हट एनर्जी हमेशा रहनी चाहिए. सो येस, एनी बेवरेज विच कंटेन मोर देन 10% ऑफ शुगर इज कंसिडर्ड टू बी एन एनर्जी ड्रिंक and it all fall under the energy drink category. When an athlete consume an energy drink, it creates a sudden insulin spike in the body and for a short duration of time feel energetic. तो ये problem क्या है कि भाई for a very short duration of time they feel energetic and insulin spike is also followed by insulin drop leaving behind the athletic dull, lethargic and fatigue which is obviously not desirable for an athlete. Clear? So sports and energy drink contain more than 10% of sugar content which create a sudden insulin spike as well as sudden drop in human body which is a drawback. But they also contain nutrients, vitamins, carbohydrates that help to replenish the electrolytes which are lost during the workout, keeping the body hydrated. ये हमने first paragraph में पढ़ा था. ठीक है, so from paragraph 1 we can infer that sports and energy drink are the source of dash and dash, especially if you are in regular and heavy workout. क्या वो electrolyte है? नहीं. क्या वो instant energy है? Yes. क्या वो hydration के काम आता है? Yes. Organic matter यहाँ पे नहीं लिखेंगे, flavor भी नहीं लिखेंगे. So instant energy and hydration. Do we have 2 and 3? Yes, we have 2 and 3. Clear? Okay. Now यहाँ पे सेक्शन ए आपका खत्म होता है. नाउ वी आर मूविंग टू सेक्शन बी एंड सेक्शन बी की बात करें अगेन फॉर 20 मार्क्स, ग्रामर फॉर 10 मार्क्स, राइटिंग फॉर 10 मार्क्स. ठीक है, ग्रामर में वी हैव 12 क्वेश्चंस एंड आउट ऑफ 12 you have to attempt only 10 questions. Clear? So we have to complete any 10 out of 12 and yes, every question is for 1 mark. Clear? The ACC dash the date of examination to recruit soldiers and train them to become commissioned officer in Indian Army. So ACC will announce the date of examination या फिर has announced या to be announced या announcing. To be announced नहीं हो सकता, announcing भी नहीं हो सकता. The ACC will announce the date of examination. No, the ACC has announced the date of examination to recruit soldiers and train them to become commissioned officers in the Indian Army. Read the conversation between Amit and Shlok. Complete the sentence by reporting Shlok's statement correctly. Amit: are you going to Delhi today? Shlok: no, I am coming with Devendra. He will start day after tomorrow. So Amit rang up Shlok and asked whether he was going to Delhi to the following day. In response to this, Shlok replied no. No का क्या होगा? Shlok replied in negative and said that he was coming with Devendra. क्या होगा? He was coming with Devendra. Further added that he would start the day after the following day. ठीक है, he would start the day after the following day. So yes, क्या है? In negative and informed him that he was coming with Devendra. All right, and further added that he would start the day after the following day. यहाँ पे ये the following day missing है. Write the following day. Select the correct option to fill in the blank for the given line from the speech of the school president. I dash admit the trek which we thought would be boring and exhausting experience was one of the most enjoyable experience we had this term. ठीक है, तो होगा I must admit. ठीक है, modals है ये must. Then moving on to the next question, select the option that identifies the error and supplies the correction for the following line from a news report. Every inhabitant of planet Earth depend on water for their survival and their day-to-day activities. So options देखने से पहले I would suggest कि आप error ढूंढो ताकि आपको कोई problem ना हो और आप easily ढूंढ के उसको कर सको. So every inhabitant of planet Earth depends on water फॉर, अभी मैंने आंसर बोल भी दिया गलती से, तो डिपेंड का क्या होगा? डिपेंड्स. ठीक है, अब ये इट है, इट के साथ लगता है वर्ब की फर्स्ट फॉर्म SES, तो ये वर्ब की फर्स्ट फॉर्म डिपेंड का डिपेंड्स हो जाएगा. क्लियर. कंप्लीट द गिवन नरेटिव बाय फिलिंग द ब्लैंक्स विद द करेक्ट ऑप्शन. If you move around hoping your problems that they won't. If you move around hoping your problem will be solved, obviously they won't. Moving on to the next question. Fill in the blanks by using the correct form of the word in the bracket for the given portion of a letter subject. Electricity problem in the locality. क्या है? Electricity problem in the locality. Please dash an article in your esteemed daily. So please publish an article in your esteemed daily. Report the dialogue between Aman and a confectioner by completing Aman's sentence. Confectioner. How may I help you, child? Aman. I am looking for an eggless cake for my granny's birthday. Clear. So आगे देखते हैं. The confectioner on noticing a small child, Aman asked him affectionately dash. ठीक है. अब क्या पूछा उसने? How he might help him. ठीक है. क्या पूछा? How he might help him. Clear. Now identify the error in the given sentence from an e-magazine report and supply the correction. So in the last decade, conversationalists and academics have turned his attention to studying the best ways to install these natural features in the north. Use the given format for your response. ठीक है. So in the last decade, conservationists and academics have turned his attention. Conversationalists and academics plural है तो his होगा. No, their attention. Then the class teacher shared some information with Prakriti about the open house report class teacher's question. Why were your parents absent yesterday? The class teacher asked Prakriti why her parents had been. Word किसमें change हो जाएगा? Had been absent yesterday. किसमें change हो जाएगा? The previous day. Read the slogan by local councillor of your ward. Identify the error and supply the correction. May we afford to survive without trees? Think twice. ठीक है. May we afford नहीं होगा. Can we afford to survive without trees? Think twice. Select the correct option to complete the conversation between Abhigyan and Anmol. Abhigyan. Anmol, why did you not attend the biology class yesterday? Anmol, actually I was practicing for my physics test. Abhigyan asked dash. Anmol replied that he had been practicing for physics test actually. ठीक है. तो ये किस में change हो जाएगा? Actually I was practicing. Okay. Abhigyan asked why did you not attend the biology class yesterday? इसको change करना है. ठीक है. तो अनमोल why he has not, no ये नहीं होगा. Anmol, that why he has not attended, no. Anmol, why he had not attended the biology, no. Yes, Anmol, why he had not attended the biology class last day. Clear? Then identify the error spotted from a local newspaper and supply the correction required. Save wildlife. It's all part of an effort to find ways to protect coastal communities and make space for wildlife. So yes, save wildlife. It is all part of an, it's नहीं होगा, apostrophe s आएगा. It is के लिए apostrophe s आता है. Alright, now we are moving on to the writing part. Writing part में दो question है. ठीक है. 5 mark each and we have to attempt any one. Clear? We have to attempt any one. अगर मैं question 1 की बात करूँ, like question 4 of writing part, ठीक है, वो letter है. दो options दिए गए हैं letter में. You have to attempt any one. जो आपको अच्छे से आता होगा वो ही attempt करना. Clear? You are Arnav Athia, a resident of Surya Nagar Colony, Vadodara, Gujarat. You notice that the curb on wearing mask has been lifted, but even then, we, sincere citizen, needs to be responsible and wear masks rigorously. Write a letter to the editor of Gujarat Times mentioned here. Drawn attention towards the same. Explain how such acts impact the health community and requesting immediate intervention and strict action against the violators. Alright, so let's start with the letter. सो देखते हैं यहाँ पे क्या क्या इन्फॉर्मेशन आपको गिवन है. सबसे पहले यू आर अर्नव आथिया. ठीक है. सबसे पहले क्या गिवन है? आपका नाम गिवन है. ठीक है. फिर उसके बाद आपका रेजिडेंट गिवन है सूर्या नगर कॉलोनी, वडोदरा, गुजरात. ठीक है. फिर ये आपका सब्जेक्ट इसमें से आ जाएगा. लेटर किसको लिखना है? रिसीवर्स एड्रेस यहाँ पे मेंशन्ड है. ठीक है. एंड यस, सो लेट्स गेट स्टार्टेड टू द लेटर. एंड लेटर में कुछ मिस्टेक्स हैं एज यूजुअल. लेट्स स्पॉट आउट द मिस्टेक. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे सबसे पहले हाउस नंबर मेंशन है. आप कुछ भी हाउस नंबर लिख सकते हो. एंड मेक श्योर ये जो आपका एड्रेस है ना 2 लाइन्स में नहीं होना चाहिए, 3 लाइन्स में होना चाहिए. तो यहाँ पे पहली मिस्टेक ये है कि जो ये एड्रेस है ये 3 लाइन्स में होना चाहिए. तो हम ऐसे लिख सकते हैं हाउस नंबर B36, सूर्य नगर नीचे आ जाएगा, फिर वडोदरा गुजरात. ठीक है, फिर उसके बाद यू हैव टू लीव अ लाइन 13 जून कॉमा ईयर, परफेक्टली रिटन. द एडिटर, द गुजरात टाइम्स, वडोदरा, ये भी करेक्ट है. देन यू हैव टू लीव अ लाइन सब्जेक्ट रिगार्डिंग वेयरिंग मास्क एंड कोविड प्रोटोकॉल्स, एंड यू हैव टू अंडरलाइन द सब्जेक्ट्स. सब्जेक्ट को अगर आप अंडरलाइन नहीं करोगे तो मार्क्स कट सकते हैं. सो मेक श्योर यू अंडरलाइन द सब्जेक्ट. उसके बाद आपने आगे लिखना है सर. ठीक है, ना कोई कॉमा, ना कोई मैडम, ना कोई रिस्पेक्टेड, ना कोई डियर. ठीक है, सर आएगा. उसके बाद जो आपका लेटर है वो 3 पैराग्राफ में आएगा, फर्स्ट, सेकेंड एंड थर्ड. ठीक है, फर्स्ट क्या है, थ्रू द कॉलम्स ऑफ योर एस्टीम्ड न्यूज़पेपर आई वुड लाइक टू ड्रॉ द अटेंशन ऑफ द कंसर्न्ड अथॉरिटी टुवर्ड्स द नेग्लिजेंस ऑफ पीपल for COVID protocols. Clear? It seems some people have forgotten that there ever was a pandemic. Wedding and leisure activities are almost back in full swing, while religious centers are turning into potential hotspots. Social distancing is not being followed. We have been careless. We were maintaining social distance and wearing masks when the lockdown was in place. Some people hope that merely trust in God and religion will safeguard them from coronavirus and deem measures including face masks unnecessary. फिर आता है आपका थर्ड stanza. Therefore, you are requested to kindly publish an article in your newspaper making appeal to the common masses about the same. यहाँ पे आपका थर्ड पैराग्राफ खत्म हो जाएगा. After that, you have to leave a line. ठीक है, ये भी गलत लिखा हुआ है. फिर इसके बाद लाइन छोड़ के आपने लिखना है सीधा थैंकिंग यू. ठीक है, फिर योर्स ट्रूली, उसके बाद अपना नाम. क्लियर? अब इसका और पार्ट देखते हैं. और पार्ट में क्या है, whenever a child is restless, they are given to play a video on mobile phone. Children also use it as a bait and they refuse to eat. In no time, your child becomes obsessed with screens. Mobile phones have become a common fad these days. Write a letter to the editor requesting to publish an article voicing your opinion and concern that children are being physically inactive while sitting over time with a mobile phone. Assign yourself as Nidhi Kaman, Vasant Kunj Lane, Ayodhya, उत्तर प्रदेश. ठीक है, सो वसंत कुंज लेन, अयोध्या, उत्तर प्रदेश. यहाँ पे एक प्रॉब्लम है. प्रॉब्लम ये है कि जो आपका सेंडर्स एड्रेस है ना ये आपका 3 लाइन्स में आता है और यहाँ पे 2 लाइन्स में लिखा हुआ है. तो यहाँ पे आप लिख सकते हो हाउस नंबर 324 कॉमा वसंत कुंज लेन, अयोध्या, उत्तर प्रदेश, एंड देन यू हैव टू लीव अ लाइन. फिर आता है 12 अगस्त कॉमा ईयर, ये भी परफेक्ट है. आफ्टर दैट अगेन यू हैव टू लीव अ लाइन. रिसीवर्स एड्रेस में आ जाएगा द एडिटर, द टाइम्स ऑफ इंडिया, प्रयागराज, अगेन यू हैव टू लीव अ लाइन. सब्जेक्ट आ जाएगा एक्सेसिव यूज ऑफ मोबाइल फोन्स एंड इट्स इम्पैक्ट, यू हैव टू अंडरलाइन द सब्जेक्ट, एंड आफ्टर सब्जेक्ट अगेन यू हैव टू लीव अ लाइन. फिर आता है डियर सर, through the columns of your esteemed newspaper, I would like to draw the attention of the concerned authority towards increased risk of expressive use of mobile phones. ये हो गया आपका फर्स्ट पैराग्राफ. ठीक है, क्या हो गया ये आपका फर्स्ट पैराग्राफ. सेकेंड पैराग्राफ की बात करें तो क्या आता है, द अर्ली स्टेज ऑफ लाइफ प्लेज अ क्रिटिकल रोल इन द डेवलपमेंट ऑफ अ चाइल्ड. इट इज द टाइम इन विच मोस्ट ऑफ द एसेंशियल डेवलपमेंट्स टेक प्लेस. One of its being the language of speech development. In this fast-moving world, technology has become an integral part of our existence. We have enslaved ourselves to this web of technology where most of our activities are somewhere or the other hitched away. ये आपका सेकेंड पैराग्राफ खत्म हुआ. Then other third paragraph, it is because of this fact when a new life comes into existence before learning anything, he first acquires the skill of holding a device in his hand. I don't think it will be a good idea to offer the cell phones to the young one. Just to avoid your involvement, hope you would publish my appeal through a piece of article in your esteemed newspaper. Okay, then after that, here the mistake is you have to leave a line. You have to write thanking you. ये space नहीं छोड़नी है आपने. ठीक है, यहीं से आपने thanking you शुरू करना है. फिर again you have to, you don't have to leave a line. Your sincerely नहीं आएगा, yours truly लिखोगे. ठीक है, sincerely भी गलत नहीं है. आस्किंग यू टू राइट योर्स ट्रूली क्योंकि स्पेलिंग की टेंशन नहीं रहेगी. उसके बाद निधि कामत. ठीक है, विदाउट लीविंग अ लाइन. क्लियर। फिर आता है क्वेश्चन फिफ्थ। क्वेश्चन फिफ्थ आपका एनालिटिकल पैराग्राफ है। देयर आर 2 क्वेश्चंस यू हैव टू अटेम्प्ट एनी वन, जो कौन सा इजी लगे वो अटेम्प्ट करना। एनालिटिकल पैराग्राफ 5 मार्क्स है, कुछ भी नहीं है। यू हैव बीन गिवन अ पीस ऑफ इंफॉर्मेशन, यू हैव टू रीड दैट, एनालाइज दैट और उसको समराइज करना है कि क्या इन्फॉर्मेशन दी हुई है, एंड यू कैन add little bit of your points also if asked। नहीं लिखा तो आप उसको 100 to 120 words में explain करने की कोशिश करो। Clear? So habits take time to develop. It doesn't happen overnight. When you find yourself engaging in an unhealthy habit, stop as quickly as possible as it leads to obesity. Analyze the given statement and write a paragraph with the help of points mentioned below. Reinforce your new healthy habits and be patient with yourself. Eat only when you are truly hungry and plan meals ahead of time. So, keeping the weight off. Permanent weight loss is a result of making changes to eating habit that becomes a long-term part of a healthier lifestyle. Unhealthy eating habits should be analyzed and must be avoided. You should plan when to eat and eat only when you are truly hungry instead of when you are tired, anxious, or feeling an emotion besides hunger. If you find yourself eating when you are experiencing an emotion beside hunger, or such as boredom or anxiety, try to find a non-eating activity to do instead. You may find a quick walk or a phone call with a friend which will help you feel better. Plan meals ahead of time to ensure that you eat healthy or well-balanced meal. Clear? Now we are on the or part, and let's see or part care. Homelessness is not a condition unknown to children in India. Situations like natural disasters and conflicts render many homeless or force them to live in unsafe housing conditions. Living on the streets or in urban slum dwelling, lack of basic facilities and unhygienic living conditions become a way of life. In view of the above remarks, write a paragraph analyzing the mentioned point given below. Children in especially difficult circumstances, often an abandoned child, migrant children, child labor, child trafficking, child suffering from abuse. इससे related आपने सारे points लिखे हैं जो आपको पता है, ठीक है? So facts about child homelessness. Few know child homelessness and regard it as a serious issue. It is certainly an issue that greatly impacts India, but have you ever thought why the number is so high and the consequences that stem from it? In order to better comprehend the epidemic of child homelessness in India, it is important to first understand the factors contributing to this continued rise and the impacts stemming from this issue. Young boys and girls can typically find work doing small jobs. On a daily basis, children fight for their survival, facing poverty, abuse, and exploitation. As the population continues to grow, the rate of child homelessness in India can expect to grow too. However, while it is important to recognize the severity of child homelessness in the country, it is just as crucial to understand the ways in which varying groups are already mobilizing to tackle this issue. Clear? So यहाँ पे आपका सेक्शन भी खत्म होता है. Now we are moving to section C. सेक्शन C की बात करें तो 40 मार्क्स की लिटरेचर है जिसमें आपके फुटप्रिंट्स विदाउट फीट के साथ साथ आपका फर्स्ट स्लाइड भी कवर है, ठीक है? सो सबसे पहला क्वेश्चन आता है क्वेश्चन नंबर 6. क्वेश्चन नंबर 6 इज RTC, रेफरेंस टू कॉन्टेक्स्ट. ये आपको एक्सट्रैक्ट दिया गया है चैप्टर से. कौन से चैप्टर से? या तो फुटप्रिंट्स विदाउट फीट से होगा और में होगा फर्स्ट स्लाइड, ठीक है? तो दोनों में से होंगे. जो आपको आता होगा आपने वो अटेम्प्ट करना है, ठीक है? तो पहला देखते हैं कौन सा. पहला आपका फर्स्ट फ्लाइट का होगा. He knows that I am lost. I thought he's trying to help me. He turned his aeroplane slowly to the north in front of my Dakota so that it would be easier for me to follow him. I was very happy to go behind the strange aeroplane like an obedient child. After half an hour, the strange black aeroplane was still there in front of me in the clouds. Now there was only enough fuel in the old Dakota's last tank to fly for 5 or 10 minutes more. I was starting to feel frightened again, but then he started to go down and I followed through the storm. Okay, this is from 2 stories about flying. So this is state true or false. So none of the options A to D perfectly justify this statement. He knows that I am lost. I thought he's trying to help me. It is true because the stranger pilot knew how to negotiate the storm quite well. तो क्या ये अप्लाई होता है इस पे? नहीं, ऐसा नहीं है. स्ट्रेंजर पायलट को नहीं पता था, ये हमें पता ही नहीं था स्ट्रेंजर पायलट है भी कौन, ठीक है? इट इज फॉल्स बिकॉज stranger pilot was out to trick the author. No. All right, definitely true because the stranger pilot had been sent by God to help the author. No, we are not sure of it. It was probably the author's subconscious that was trying to find a way out. Yes, so it can be the author's subconscious mind which was trying to find the way out. Clear? So D is the correct answer. Clear? The author says, but then he started to go down and I followed through the storm. What happened after this? Answer in about 40 words. Clear? So author, अब इसमें क्या बोला है? 40 words में answer करना है कि author ने बोला, but then he started to go down and I followed through the storm. हुआ क्या इसके बाद? इसके बाद आपने एक्सप्लेन करना है कि ऑथर रनवे पे पहुंचता है, वो रनवे दिखता है उसे एंड लैंडेड हिज एरोप्लेन सेफली, बट जो ब्लैक एरोप्लेन है इज nowhere to be seen in the sky. It has disappeared as mysteriously as it had appeared. When he asked about the black aeroplane at the control room, he is informed that there was no other plane in the sky except his flight that night. Clear? Which figure of speech has been used in the statement? I was very happy to go behind a strange aeroplane like an obedient child. तो क्या word use किया गया? Like an obedient child. तो जहाँ पे भी like आ जाता है वहाँ पे simply use की जाती है. Clear? If this extracts were to be filmed, what would be required to bring out the dramatic effect of the movement? ये हमने करा है कि अगर इसको फिल्म किया जाएगा तो इसके में visual effects बहुत अच्छे दिए जाएंगे to create the dramatic effects of this movement. Clear? Then next is Natalia. Next extract देखते हैं कौन से chapter से? Natalia. No, you are simply joking or making fun of me. What a surprise. We have had the land for nearly 300 years and then we are suddenly told that it is not ours. Ivan Vasilevich, I can hardly believe my own ears. These meadows are not worth much to me. They only come to 5 descendants and are worth perhaps 300 rubles. But I can't stand unfairness. Say what you will and I can't stand unfairness. Remove. Hear me out. I implore you. The peasants of your father's grandfather, as I have already had the honor of explaining to you, used to make brick for my aunt's grandmother, wishing to make them a pleasant. Alright, कौन से chapter से the proposal? Let's see question क्या है. Which of the facts given below is the most accurate explanation to complete the statement? So you have to complete the statement with the most appropriate explanation. Alright. So statement क्या है? Natalia told Nemov that he was simply joking or making fun of her because Shubukov's land extended to burnt marsh which included oxen meadow. Yes, we are talking about Shubukov land which is extended to burnt marsh which included oxen meadow. So we are here mainly talking about oxen meadows initially at the chapter, right? Initially in the chapter. So yes, moving on to the next one. Why were the meadows not worth fighting or arguing over between the neighbors? Because it was of 300 rubles only. ये हमने पढ़ा था. Natalia and Lemov had been quarreling over ownership of oxen meadows. पहले ये बताने किस पे लड़ाई कर रहे थे. When suddenly Natalia ने U-turn ले लिया और admit कर ली ये reality कि जो meadows हैं they were not worth fighting or arguing over as they only came to 5 descendants and were worth perhaps only 300 rubles. Now read the following description A to C and identify which one correctly correspond to the extract. तो इन statements में से कौन सी statement extract को correspond करिए? A. The extract is a debate usually with the two. No, it is not a debate. It is also not a soliloquy. The extract, yes, it is an argument or exchange of opposing views. किसके बीच का argument है? Lemov और Natalia के बीच में. Clear? So fourth part, on the basis of your understanding of the extract, which common character traits are exhibited by both Natalia and Lemov? They were obstinate and argumentative by nature. दोनों बड़े लड़ाके और argumentative थे by nature. Now let's come to question number 7. Question number 7 is also reference to context, but ये poem से है. Again 5 marks का है, 2 options है. You have to attempt any one option. तो देखते हैं कौन से poem से, but अगर यहाँ पे chapter या poem के name given है, but आपको boards में नहीं given होंगे. So make sure कि आप सारे chapters thoroughly read करके जाओ. Clear? So yes. When the speaker rattles off her thoughts in a run-on manner, she is using this figure of speech. ठीक है? So question RTC क्या है? Where no birds could see, no insect hide, no sun bury its feet in shadow. The forest that was empty all these night will be full of trees by morning. कौन सी poem है? The trees. ठीक है? When the speaker rattles off her thought in a run-on manner, which is she is using the figure of speech. So ये जो thoughts हैं रन ऑन मैनर में, मतलब बस चलते ही जा रहे हैं, चलते ही जा रहे हैं करें कंटिन्यूसली ऑथर के माइंड में। तो यहाँ पे कौन सी फिगर ऑफ स्पीच यूज करी है? यहाँ पे इंजैबमेंट यूज की गई है, क्योंकि यहाँ पे बिना किसी पंचुएशन के ऑथर नरेटर ने, पोएट ने कंटिन्यूसली पोएम लिखी हुई है, ठीक है। व्हाट इज द सिंबोलिज्म इन द फॉरेस्ट एंड व्हाई इज द फॉरेस्ट एम्प्टी? तो फॉरेस्ट का सिंबोलिज्म क्या है, सबको पता है। फॉरेस्ट की अगर मैं बात करूँ तो फॉरेस्ट में जितने भी ट्रीज थे दे वर कन्फाइंड, उनको फॉरेस्ट में बेसिकली वो घर में कन्फाइंड थे, एंड दे वांटेड टू मूव आउट टू द वर्ल्ड। यहाँ पे पोएट ने मेटाफर यूज किया है, और ट्री को किससे सिंबलाइज किया है? ट्री को विमेन से सिंबलाइज किया है, राइट। सो एड्रिन रिच जो पोएट है describes the confinement and the escape of the trees to their new environment. They have been forced to abandon the forest. She uses extended metaphors in the poem. Trees are women who are in need of healing or having been healed, or now are ready for their true purposes and will now renew the empty forest soon. Now, next question is complete the statement with reference to the extract. The poet uses the tree as a symbol of A, the emancipation of women from their confinement. Yes, for the emancipation of women for their confinement, tree use किया गया. Fight of people, emancipation of trees, fight of people, नहीं ये सब use नहीं किया हुआ, ठीक है। So answer is A part. Comment on the poet's use of poetic device in the line. अब poet ने क्या किया? The poet has personified the sun by using bury its feet. अब sun की feet तो है नहीं, तो यहाँ पे person की quality डाली है, तो personification use किया है. She makes good use of kinesthetic imagery by using as a visual description throughout the stanza. ठीक है। अब नेक्स्ट पोएम देखते हैं। नेक्स्ट पोएम से कौन सा आरटीसी है, जोन सी पोएम आती होगी उसका आरटीसी अटेम्प्ट करना है आपने। Never shall a young man thrown into despair by those great honey-colored ramparts at your mind love you for yourself alone and not your yellow hair। कौन सी पोएम है? फॉर एने ग्रॉगरी। अब क्वेश्चन देखते हैं। व्हाट इज द कंटेक्चुअल मीनिंग ऑफ वर्ड रैम्पट? रैम्पट इज लॉक ऑफ हेयर, okay, a lock of hair. Why does Annie want to change the color of hair? Annie का color है yellow. She wants to change her hair to brown or black or carrot so that young man in despair would love her only and not her yellow hair. All right. So for she wanted young man to love her for inner beauty, not for outer appearance. Okay. So Annie's hair is yellow. She says that she could get her hair dyed to brown, black or carrot color so that the young man in despair would love her only and not her yellow hair. She wanted them to love her for what she was and not for her appearance. She wishes to emphasize that that external beauty is not real. Okay. Choose the phrase that best represent love you for yourself alone. One, love you for yourself alone का क्या मतलब है? One-sided love, no. Mutual love, no. Unconditional love, yes. No, no blind love. Clear? Then moving on to the next question, comment on poet's use of language in this line. The poet uses conversational and simple conversational language है. The use of poetic device is straightforward. The poet has applied the poetic device metonymy. क्या है ये? Metonymy. Carrot to show orange color, repetition of sound, you in love you for yourself alone, and your yellow hair for alliterative purposes, and use the metaphor in rampart at your ear. So rampart is basically a wall to protect your ear. Clear? So wall of hair to protect your ear. Next is question number 8. In question number 8 there are 5 questions from first flight. All right, 3 marks each, 40 to 50 words में answer करना है, and you have to answer any 4 out of 5. तो जो आते होंगे वही attempt करना है. First, avoiding danger is no safer in long run. How do you think this statement would work for the young seagull? So yes, it's true in the case of young seagull. Life is full of trials and tribulations which can be overcome by a human being through his own efforts. Simply with the crutches of excuse and procrastination, no one can reach their destination. Clear? Discuss what Frost wants to convey through the poem Fire and Ice. ये हम already बहुत बार discuss कर चुके हैं, तो मैं सिर्फ read कर रही हूँ. The poet wants to convey through the poem Fire and Ice that everything in this world is certain to deplete. The poet says that both fire and ice are destructive. Fire of violent desire will put the world to an end. If world had to perish twice, then it will be perished by hatred between humans. Ice has been presented as a symbol of hatred. Clear? Wali's venture to the town brings an alarm to the parents. Elucidate. Again, very easy. Yes, it is absolutely true that Wali's venture to the town has brought an alarm to the parents. When it comes to parenting, sometimes the way instructions are given be just as important as what you are trying to communicate. Wali has flouted a standard norm and has definitely raised a concern for parents. Next, give the correct sketch of the dragon. Okay, Custard was a coward dragon who always kept asking for safe passage. Everyone else in the house was very brave. Belinda was as brave as barrel full of bears. Ink and Blink could chase lions, and Mustard as brave as an angry tiger. While the dragon was the only one who feared a lot and looked for a nice safe cage for himself. Clear? Then after that, Shubukov's attempt to appease Lumov is no strange in context with today's scenario where marriage of Indian daughters is concerned. Comment. So the play is indeed a beautiful portrayal of the contemporary society. There are many girls whose marriage is not solemnized because their parents can't afford to pay dowry. Shubukov did not give a second thought to the proposal and agreed to what Lumov offered. As a responsible father, he should have thought about his daughter's well-being and would have hoped to the decision. Okay, now let's move to question number 9. In question number 9, there are 3 parts, and out of 3, you have to attempt any 2. These are from Footprints Without Feet, and each question is of 3 marks, and you have to attempt any 2. You have to answer in 40 to 50 words. Clear? So, do you think Mrs. Pumphrey overindulgence would not let Tricky lead a healthy lifestyle? Give reason for your answer. So, yes, it is evident from the story that Mrs. Pumphrey's overindulgence did not let Tricky lead a healthy lifestyle. The doctor knew that Tricky was not ill but just overweight and restless due to his mistress. He did not require any medical treatment and recovered quite well at the end. It can be called a real life episode for the people who take excessive care of their children and hence spoil their habits. Clear? Next question is, Fowler was disappointed to see Ossible validate the statement. So yes, Fowler was actually taken aback the moment he spotted Ossible. He had preoccupied notion in his mind about his meeting with Ossible. He had thought Ossible would have natural, adaptable and high functioning ability to interact with others. And the last one from this is, Almighty have been well. Had Griffin woken up time in the store? Elucidate the statement. अगर Griffin timely store में उठ जाता तो कुछ भी गड़बड़ नहीं होती. So yes, Griffin had to face disgrace because of his own wrongdoings. He was caught because he could not wake up in time. He had been without any sleep for quite some time. When he found himself comfortable on the quilt, therefore in the store, he forgot that he was on a run and would be caught any moment if people spotted any dubious. Right? Then moving on to the next question, we are on question number 10. Question number 10 is from first flight. There are 2 questions. You have to attempt any one. 6 marks, guys. So you have to answer in 100 to 120 words. Imagine that you met Rajveer and discussed with him more about tea plantation. Develop the conversation. You. Hi Rajveer, hope you had a comfortable stay in Assam. Rajveer, well, how did you know I was off to Assam? You. Pranjal is my neighbor who lives next door of my house. Rajveer, oh, are you Jatin? You, yeah. Rajveer, well, Pranjal discussed a lot about you, that you own acres and acres of land in Assam. You, not exactly, but yes, a small piece of land that I inherited from my father that is right next to his father's property. But I had wonderful harvest this time. I would love if you visit sometime in a good season. Rajveer, yeah, sure. Clear? Or B part there, one should understand that human beings are mortal and no one can escape death. Revelations made by Lord Buddha teaches so. Share 2 key opinions, what you have learned from the lesson, the sermon at Banaras. Okay, so here you have to tell 2 things जो तुमने learn किए from the chapter the sermon at Banaras. So it is important to learn that life is nothing but a walking shadow. No one in this world is rich enough to avoid his or her death. There is no way a living being can avoid facing death. The only thing we should learn is that this life is the most precious gift we have ever got from this Almighty. One can avoid death by renouncing selfishness and all worldly pleasures. We learn from the chapter that one should not grieve, weeping, or lament over the loss of someone close to your heart. Weeping and lamenting about someone or something only adds miseries and woes and keeps man away from obtaining peace of mind. It will only multiply the pain and suffering, thus leading to physical weakness, and moreover, no amount of grief would bring back the dead. Clear? Now we are on question number 11. This is from Footprints Without Feet. Again, there are 2 questions. You have to attempt any one. Alright, 6 mark का ये question है. 100 to 120 words में आपने answer करने हैं. Let's see the question. Hari Singh's change of heart surprised everyone, and a seasoned thief like Hari Singh was forced to change as well. Show your acquaintance with the statement, analyzing the chapter, a question of trust. Okay, Hari Singh's transformation was not deliberate act to some extent. He was in fact about to board the train, but in the meantime, his inner conscience held him back. He thought that Anil would feel sad not for loss of money but for the loss of trust he had reposed in him. Moreover, he did not want to lose the chance of learning. His inner self was transformed, his heart changed because he preferred to be an educated man and decided to return back and place the money back to its place. So, the sudden change we spotted in Hari Singh, who realized that stealing was completely different to getting educated. The change in him was ideally due to prospect of getting education and life in the society with integrity and high regards. Alright, now let's see the all part. Hari Singh, a thief story, and the lady, a question of trust in red were aligned. While he did the statement by giving valid reason. The lady in red was entirely different from Hari Singh of the thief story. She never showed any glimmer of animation while dapping Horace Danby. She beautifully managed to pose as the wife of the owner with great precision. Danby's offer to help the lady with the safe and his attempt to unlock it speak much how meticulous he was. At least, Hari Singh eventually realized that it was unethical to ditch a simple man like Anand, but the lady in red did not even once before abusing Danby's immense faith that he showed when she appeared in the scene. Her dealing with the dog is a true specimen of how intelligent and sharp-witted she was. She made the dog enjoy her company. She subtly told Horace that she wished to wear the jewels to the night party. She made him open the safe without gloves and sneaked away with it. Alright? So यहाँ पे आपका sample paper 18 खत्म होता है. And yes, we have completed day 18 challenge, sample paper challenge. And yes, 12 more sample papers to go. So if you guys have any doubt, you can comment in the comment box, and for the PDF of these sample papers, you can reach us out on the number which is given below in the description box. So bye bye everyone.